name is Chris Dant. I'm a third-year MFA here at Notre Dame, focusing on photography. This body of work for the thesis exhibition is titled Worthy Sons, and it is a collection of photographs of teenage guys that I know and have met and have spent time with and have built friendships with here in South Bend, Indiana. Through our friendships and me kind of hanging around them and interacting with them and getting to skateboard a lot with them, I've realized that this skateboarding interest that they have that I share with them, it's not their only commonality, but more so they all live in a home without a father. So there's this understanding that they fit together in terms of their interests, but for me, seeing from the outside and being welcomed in, I see that there's a deeper connection than they even realize. I'm realizing a lot how much their friendships fill a void where this guiding figure is absent. And so a lot of the work focuses on that, focuses on this kind of support system that has built up around each other and this love for this action sport. One of the biggest images in the show is of two guys at one of the local middle schools. It's a really classic skate spot, I would say, around in South Bend. And the image was made, it was actually one of the first images I made of the show. It's a pair of guys, one's name is Dre and the other is Justin. And the image just kind of encapsulates this whole body of work. There's these two guys, two different races. They look completely different, but the way they're dressed and presenting themselves in this skateboarding culture, they're tied together via their clothes and what they're wearing, but also deeper rooted. There's more of a connection there. There's almost a deterioration of that separation in that image for me, and kind of one of the guys is standing on a crack, almost separating or dismantling the separation between the two races and saying this isn't what draws us apart, but we're drawn together by something else, something deeper. One of the other images that I have, and it's one of the larger ones, and in this image it's a black and white image inside of the local skate park. They're the only interior indoor skate park, so it's kind of a sanctuary during winter time when the snow is on the ground for all the kids that skate in South Bend. This photograph was made almost 8 months to a year after an original portrait of Justin was made in his bedroom next to his window, and the comparison and contrast between the two couldn't be any different. His hair is cut, shoulders are broader. It's so wild to just see the two images next to one another in terms of just physical growth, and then also the look on his face in the interior photograph feels comfortable, relaxed, and secure, I would say, in his private space, but in the public space he feels distant. He feels like he has a guard up, and also his hair is kind of going over one of his eyes, almost symbolizing this disconnect or wall that he's putting up in this public space. So those two things, especially with the images of being the same person, just different times apart in different places, is something that I want to be prevalent and be able for the viewer to see.